Yo, yo, what it do? What it do?
That's good.
What's going on?
Nothing.
True. Straight business, you say, huh?
Oh yeah, we live. Hot,
Okay.
hot fish grease.
Make it hot. Okay, okay,
Mike is
okay.
hot, and we not gonna let you slide. We straight to the ball talk. Straight ball talk right now, because that was you was. First off, missed you last week. Glad you're back, even if it's just
Appreciate
talking
it.
ball. How far do I gotta scroll up? Cause y'all,
About what I said?
I don't know. Let me go back, cause y'all just started going off on Braun for no reason.
Oh, and I wasn't a part of that.
Oh,
Yeah, I ain't say a word about that.
they was talking crazy, talking about Kobe top three all of a sudden.
Oh, nah, I mean, I don't agree with it. I saw somebody ask Steph or Kobe. I thought that was pretty good question, really. You
Is
can
it though?
argue both sides. I think so. I think so.
Is Steph impact on shooting the ball greater than Kobe being the defensive stopper?
That's the debate. That's the debate. Um, I say yeah, probably. Talk about somebody who fundamentally changed the game of basketball. I think that matters if we're talking about all-time greats. Like would dudes who eventually, still got to the point we're at today? Probably, but he definitely main pioneer in doing that. So to me, that means something.
Why isn't Kobe's team respected after Shaq left? That's the real
What do you mean?
question. That team with who was it? Powell, Bynum, Fish. Was it 2009 or 2010?
He asked me years off the top of my head. I can't really tell you for certain, but in that era, it was around then.
Yeah, it was 2009. Kobe, Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Fisher, Pau Gasol, Odom, Sasha Vujacic, Luke Walton, Meta World Peace. Why are we talking about this team like they are?
Who was talking about him negatively? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good roster. I feel like.
Just more of the fact that they brought it up versus the Warriors team. Like
Mm.
Kobe had to drag this team to the finals, and I don't.
I mean, supporting cast, you probably could say, I don't know.
Now
The first Warriors team was
I'll
fun
give you
for
the
sure.
supporting cast for the Warriors was better, but Powell was a Hall of Famer. Lamar Odom was a point forward before his time. Luke
Hmm.
Walton was I don't want to call him lockdown, but he was a corner specialist. Meta World Peace, probably one of the best defenders in the league at the time, outside of Kobe.
Hmm.
And Derek Fisher, who's been in that triangle system for 6, 7 years at that point.
Yeah,
And a young Andrew Bynum. I don't know about that.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't reading the chat, but are you trying to argue that Kobe did it alone? He pulled that team by himself to a championship? Because I don't think that's true.
Uh, Not necessarily alone, but maybe just a little different.
I mean, that first one, Steph was for sure, as they say, driving the bus heavily. I mean, I don't think we can really argue that.
Gotcha. Let me. Since Bag ain't here, I'm not gonna. Let
The
me.
Warriors team, though, I like a lot of the players on that first team. Like when they had Barbosa, I used to rock with Barbosa heavy. Good player.
Listen, I'm Barbosa. I think Sean Livingston was
Hmm.
I don't want to say underrated because if you know ball, you know Sean Livingston was.
that mid range.
Yeah,
I'm taking his mid range over almost anybody at the time.
like a
Like
6'7" point guard
that's going in.
that could create his own shot. Like you're not finding those as much anymore.
It's great. Of course, you didn't mention Iggy. You know, Iggy was on that squad.
Listen, I
I
was trying to
mean,
be respectful because somebody brought up Iggy and as being a finalist, and I just didn't want to deal with the foolishness. You know.
here my guy was definitely there though in the mix.
Yeah, he was. He was in the mix. Held LeBron to 38-8.
Hell, it's hilarious, but facts.
Yeah, that's why he got the MVP. They said they made it. In theory, they made it tough on him. Is what the scouting report was, or what they sold it as. They sold it as he made it tough.
I guess.
Larry Hughes, Sasha. I don't know, man.
Dang, I didn't realize Larry Hughes was on that. That's a Wizards legend. Larry Hughes. That was my guy back in the
Is he
day.
a Wizards legend? Listen, I think y'all a little
Absolutely. Absolutely.
little DMV bias.
In what way?
Just as far as y'all talk about John Wall, a little too high for me.
All right, no, him being a Wizards legend, I don't think he's a legendary player. I'm saying he's a Wizards legend. He only played with the Wizards probably maybe 3 or 4 seasons, but dudes who know around the time, we rock with him.
Gotcha.
And John, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends if you're talking about like his hype from, like high school and college. But league wise, he was a very good player in the league for a good stretch there.
Right.
Expectations I can see if you're like, man, this dude's gonna be,
You know how to edit permissions on here?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I barely can join the cord, bro.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna figure this out on the fly.
Yeah, Georgia was asking to join. He can't just join. He won't let him just join the app. You can't join the app.
No.
He said, "Do I know how to edit permissions, man?" I don't know how to do anything on this, to be honest.
Tell him try now.
I'll text him.
Tell him try now. Let's see. And then Bag will have to fix it and get mad at me later.
Yeah. Bag was him in the hall a second ago, so.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was supposed to leave the house to go get dinner, and then plans changed last second, so I hopped on here before anything else could change again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I just think he has something to do.
Listen,
maybe
he did warn us. He said he was trying to be trying to be a hot boy or be in the streets this summer.
Yeah, he's been inside for a while, so I feel him. I do feel him.
Hey, how y'all fellas doing?
Oh, fantastic! Better now that you're here. All right, so right now we talking the DMV might be a touch overrated in ball.
I don't think we were talking that. You said that. I don't know. I didn't argue,
that?
but I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Y'all was talking John Wall might be top 3 PG.
Who has said that? I don't think we ever said that.
Oh, I gotta go back in the chat to find
Top 3?
No, so I did say that there was a year where he was the best point guard in the league. A year, a single year.
You gotta
Obviously arguable like everything else, but
you gotta
you
let me
know.
know when.
Oh, see, I didn't read the chat today, so I'm missing that context. My fault. I
Yeah,
see. I
you
see
got you
now.
gotta let me know. Okay, I wasn't crazy, but I was like,
Yeah,
wait a
no,
second.
I didn't know that was said. My fault.
And it
But
had to be a Wizards here though.
yeah, I mean, I think that's a little crazy. I don't think he was ever the best in the league. He was top in the top five mix though, many years. I'll give him that.
So his best year was 2017. 23 points, half a block, 2 steals, 10 and a half, almost 11 assists, 10.7 assists.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's solid. 23 and 10. But am I wrong to say at no point in time was he better than Chris Paul?
I don't think that's really wrong. But Chris Paul also, much as he gets done dirty, easy Hall of Famer.
And John Wall is not a Hall of Famer, is what you're saying?
Probably basketball Hall of Fame is a little different, but
It is. It is.
probably probably not. Probably not. This is how his career. If his career ended a little bit more smoothly, I could see it. But I feel like he just had a crazy fall off and never got back. He didn't no second team when he was actually impactful. So
Yeah, I mean the contract move and then the injury and everything, and dude just he's already deep into being a vet, just never the same, like you said.
So
great dude though. Great
over,
dude.
over
Yeah.
his career, 18.7 points, 1.5 steals, 8.9 assists.
Mm.
Do you think that's enough? Do you think he had a big
You
enough
know,
impact?
Basketball Hall of Fame, if we're counting his college year,
He didn't win in
maybe.
college, though.
Yeah, their team was crazy though. Their team was crazy.
Well, let's not do that because Calipari might be the biggest disappointment as a college coach.
I don't think that's true. I don't agree with that.
You got to be kidding me. Have you looked at the teams he had?
Biggest disappointment? You can't say that. I mean, he's got some though.
No way.
If he never won, sure, but
He won one.
okay. Well, how many coaches have never won?
Oh my goodness. I don't even
The
know how to
biggest
spell.
disappointment got to be just a coach who's never won anything. I'm not saying Calipari's not won. How many think Tom Izzo has?
Tom Izzo has one, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he also the same? I mean, obviously they're
No.
different player pool. I get that, but Izzo's regarded as like a top 5 coach all time, borderline, right? I don't know. I can't call it
do
disappointed.
you consider the success of his players when they get to the league
Yeah, you got
in
to.
in that?
All right, then there's absolutely no way. If you're including that too for Coach Cal, there's no way you can say disappointing. Number one, nah.
Okay.
Or you're saying because they're good in the league, you diminish. You're saying it means his coaching you don't
Dog,
value as highly.
if I
Is
tell
that what
you
you're
the
saying?
list of players that he had on his roster, for him to only win one?
It's hard to win one, man.
All
Especially
right.
the
So he won one
tournament
with
format.
who was that? With Carl Anthony, not Carl, with Anthony Davis. That was his only one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Just throwing it out. I'll give you the list of names that was on his Kentucky teams. Because don't forget,
I don't even need it. I'm aware. You can read it off though if you got it.
you got Shea, Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Davis, Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, Cat, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Julius Randle, Tyler Hero, Malik Monk, Eric Bledsoe, Jared Vanderbilt, Brandon Knight, Ennis Camper, Reed Shepard, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Willie Cauley Stein, Trey Lyles, PJ Washington, Keldon Johnson, Emmanuel Quigley. Like, bro, and that's not even half the list.
And how many of those are
It's
one and dones?
that's what I was gonna say.
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
like
It matters.
They were
though.
all the team.
there's something to be said about taking, first year, second year players year after year and taking them to the Final Four, basically.
Mhm.
I mean, is it rough that he's only gotten one with the amount of Final Four appearances? For sure, but something's got to be said for being able to coach that. Having him go against, other teams with more seasoned players. You're going against, juniors, seniors on a lot of these more polished teams. Some, not all, of course, but
Ah,
Also, we're just gonna forget Memphis though. Like, they don't count. Like he didn't make Memphis very viable.
he didn't win.
He went there though. He got him all the way there.
Oh, all right.
That's kind of something to
disappointing,
me,
but not a disappointment, if that makes sense.
for sure.
How? All right. Here, and what we were talking about in the Discord earlier this week. Are you taking your record, or are you taking Bag's record, which is 89 and whatever, or are you taking your record, which is 73 and something, but you got a ring?
For that instance, probably the ring, but I can see both sides. Kind of like Georgia was saying though, like you can be disappointed in not having more, without saying like the biggest disappointment of all coaches. I can't get there on Cal.
No, Bag. So I'm not saying he's not elite. That's not the question. I'm saying we're splitting hairs here, but just by purely based on the amount of talent, I think Calipari should at least have 2, maybe 3.
Now that's fair though, but to say it's a disappointment, I can't really co-sign that.
For me. Yeah, that's a disappointment on the sheer amount of talent he's had between Kentucky and what he did at Memphis. I feel like
I mean, he doesn't get credit for also recruiting those players though.
again, don't make it sound like I'm saying he is not great. But
How's he the biggest disappointment then? That's what I can't really get that piece of it, I guess.
Convert that much high level talent into more than one championship.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he wants multiple as well. Like he should have multiple, but
So if he's been
the
to
format
6
of the
Final
tournament,
Fours and he's
it's
been to
hard, man.
one,
It's hard.
it's the same thing for everybody. But Kansas got 3 in the last 15 years.
Bill Self's a great coach, a Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, I know. I'm a Kansas fan, so what are we getting at here?
So I'm saying you're comparing him to the legends of the. If you're like, oh, he's not Coach K, he's not Roy Williams, he's not Bill Self.
But that's the class he's in.
Yeah, and he's got a championship.
One.
He could have more. He
But
could have more.
doesn't.
I mean, I'm not arguing that.
So now that you see the classes in, don't you find that a little like, that is disappointing? Because he's had that same level of talent as those other coaches.
Yeah, I mean, I would think he would have more than that, but saying he's the biggest disappointment in all coaching, I think I'm not nowhere close to that personally. I don't think that's.
All right. So
I
maybe
think
in that
that's fair.
tier level. Maybe in the class he's in, he might be.
Of the greats, you're saying?
Yeah. Sorry. Maybe we just need to tailor the.
Okay. I mean, if you change the lens a little bit, sure. Sure, I hear what you're saying.
Would you use that same, I guess, line of thought on someone like LeBron and the amount of finals appearances he's had, but he's only come up with, what is he at, 4? 4 right now?
4 is a lot.
It is, but dude's been to what? 12? 10?
10. 40% in the
Losing-
finals?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but losing 6 is also a lot. Is that still crazy on that end? I don't know.
So then if you want to keep it in that same lens, You have to tell me what the expectation was then. For me to be disappointed, you have to tell me what the expectation was, and then I'd have something to measure it off of.
If I just said the expectation was to win, and that he's now lost more than he's won, does that not make it disappointing or make him a disappointment?
If you take that statement out of context at face value, yes. Absolutely. But if you put that into perspective, then, like, man, Braun got 4, and then you run through the histories, like, he's been in 10, ran up against straight killers. I can't really say that's necessarily a disappointment. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Just posing the question. Posing the question with.
You don't think Cal can make that same argument though? The teams they face, who most of the time have the age advantage, the heavy experience advantage, other great coaches in a one-game tournament setting. You don't feel like that gives him a little bit more. Like, teams get upset every year. For the most part, they make, and they lose first round sometimes too. If you're in every year, you're gonna lose first round. But he's got probably 5 or 6 Final Four appearances. Probably been in 3 national championships. I think he's taken 3 programs to the Final Four.
Great.
He's a pretty good coach.
Again, never said he wasn't great. Just talent, production versus results is, in my eyes, disappointing. And that just might be because I hold him in higher regard than most people. I've seen what you were able to recruit.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, what was an NIL era before the NIL.
And you said he was the Frows of college basketball coaches.
Oh,
wow.
How do we get to that? That's a crazy 1-2. How do we get there?
Man, off the top ropes. I don't know how to it's not a bad transition, but
that's a terrible transition, I would argue. I don't even know what you mean by that, but it's all good.
I'd take the compliment and run.
Sure. Okay.
What's 28-33? 9 minutes left. Orlando's up. How do we feel about the Pistons being the number 1 seed, down 3-2 to Orlando right now?
Shaky look. Very shaky look. But I can't say I'm shocked.
On which part? Which part was luck?
Shaky. Sorry, my mic was probably not the best. It's a shaky look by them. I feel like to be struggling like this.
A bit surprised just based on identity and kind of how folks shape that team. They're just not looking like the grittier team right now. Magic just finding a way to get it done, even with some of the struggles Paolo's had, and I guess the team in general playing up, playing down to their opponent. But I don't know, just surprised right now. What's your take on things?
The Pistons are still a good team, but I guess the playoffs are just different. Especially when you have time to game plan. Like I can't remember. This happened recently. Was it the Raptors, which was a real high seed? No, it was the Hawks. It was just 1, a bad matchup, and then 2, like having to play somebody 7 times in a row where we're making micro adjustments. It's just different. Because it's like you could play hard. You can have the young dudes. You can go out there, play hard, play defense during the regular season. And it could be fair to say other teams are going to 80%. 75%. Come that playoff time, teams are locked in 100%, full blown scouting report, not just we got to stop Cade.
That last game was fire though. Cade and Paolo back and forth. That was great.
Oh, for sure. I think Orlando could use some an infusion of finally getting the, I guess, try to make it not seem like a small market, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard to be a fan of them, I guess, when the Heat are down south and they've had their success, over the early 2000s and everything. It's
Yeah.
tough.
As silly as it sounds, Florida's full of just small markets. Is as big as a market you might think Miami is. Like, them people were showing up to finals games halfway through the first quarter. Whereas you see like a OKC game packed from jump ball.
Yeah, I don't know how many of the real diehards down here really, go to games. It's probably, I guess it's not that many just because of the nature of the area and everything.
You in Florida?
Yeah. No, I live down here now. Not from down here, but I live down here.
Gotcha. We ain't gonna put you out like that. We ain't gonna put you out like that.
I'll tell you that dude Desmond Bain, big fan of that dude when he's on, and I mean he plays extremely hard, has a shot when that dude's on. Definitely a real X factor.
Oh, for sure.
Like to see more of that dude.
Not a household name, but if you're paying attention, he's definitely a glue piece. Could change a series. Can we figure out what's the beef you got with Washington and Texas A&M? I wasn't hip to that one.
No real beef, man. No, those dudes are they have something to say about Georgia having a good roster and the team that it is, and just us not being very successful throughout the dynasty. Which, if I had a lesser team and felt like, if I had a better team, I could do more with them. I mean, I guess, I'd be a little sick too, but let's not act like A&M is a bad spot or anything. I mean, it just happens. Also, a little bit of trolling. It is what it is. Bygones be bygones at the end of the day, I guess. But
we're in season 9 though.
Yeah, we're shitty, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
No, not you. Not you. It's just like, in my head, how is a team conversation still a thing in season 9?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I think some people might have joined and then left and then come back maybe, and the teams weren't as good. I don't know. It's not a question I could really answer, but
like, sure, maybe the pipelines will give you a boost here and there, but part of the game is roster construction, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, especially playing a guy like Earthworm, Big Worm, or whatever. The way that dude's kind of built this team, it makes things very, very tough. Especially defensively with how he kind of constructed things. So much respect to dudes like that. As lame as I think it is at times, dudes have built their teams in a way that definitely helps them win. Something that anybody could do.
Gotcha. Frowls. Got to talk on it here shortly. Last season, you crowned yourself the title, most feared man. That nobody wanted to see you coming out of tier 2 and you're back home in tier 1, and that title is just not hitting the same right now. What's going on?
Well, the title was most feared in tier 2. I'm in tier 1 now, so that's a different era. But yeah, I mean, I played some tough opponents. That's all you can really say. They pulled it out. They have a little bit more just game knowledge, I would say, than me for this game in terms of like what works, what doesn't. Just after testing the game and playing in several leagues, they just know the game better. A lot of ways, scheming up blitzes that I think I have an answer for, but I don't. Or just plays that I don't know. They got money plays. I don't have money plays, so I can't really blame anybody but myself. But I just don't have not really the time, but just I haven't really put in enough to get to that tier and really stay there. So that's all I can say.
Gotcha. No, nobody.
Sure, I got a quick question. Froz, you think you had more money plays in 25 than 26, or one play TD type plays in the previous game than this one?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why, but it felt that way. Definitely felt that way. This one is, for me, I don't, and this is no shade to anybody, but I don't know if any of us in here have it. Terrell, I don't know, but for the most part, shit that I find is just happy to be playing the game and go through the playbook. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that. Then it works, and it kind of grows into something that's common, but. If we don't stumble upon it, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to go anywhere else to get an offense or a defense. I like to experiment and find stuff that I can make my own. And I just haven't really found a bunch this year, which is crazy because we're like 9 months in now. So unfortunate.
It's tough. What do you think is different between last year's game and this year, where those one-play TDs aren't as potent?
A lot of it is being able to protect. Like most of the players, I think that are good, either their D line is just devved up to be dominant, or if I'm not throwing like now instantly, get the snap, throw, stuff downfield doesn't develop. And then when I think I got a good matchup and man, it just doesn't play out like in my head that it should. Like if I gotta do 99 speed in the history of every video football game, I feel like I got somebody 99 speed with a step on a crosser. He's out of there. Like that should be a catch, or at the very least, I don't know, something that's not an interception. This game, I feel like I have a step, throw the right pass, and it never works out. So I don't know if that's just not knowing how the game mechanics work or what you could point to for that. But things like that, I'm shocked all the time when a pass will get picked, and I'm like, man, I feel like that's the right read. I really do. I go back and watch it. I'm like, that's the right read. It just doesn't work out.
Would you consider yourself a passer?
In my nature, nah, I'm not. I'm not really that. Never really been that. I think I've always been able to pass enough, but I don't want to be somebody who can pass all game. That's never been my style at all. So, but usually we'll have that threat at least. Now I feel like teams they play me just know like we stop the run. That's probably gonna be all we need to do.
It's a tougher task then. Easier said than done. So
true, but man, we just haven't been good enough. And I gotta go play Texas next week. We're gonna just try to blitz 11 every play. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, and based on that, Tarai, I got a more of a game mechanics question for you. So, going off of kind of what Frau said, with certain route combos or actions that take place in the game, right? What do you think about the ability that the game allows for occupied players in the secondary, right? So I got a guy, my corner's responsibility is a deep third, right? Who's being occupied by a man downfield, right? And we've comboed it up to where, say somebody's, running into that space underneath, the ability for dudes to take that corner, or even sometimes for just the CPU player themselves, in theory, their eyes are downfield, should be guarding the man in their zone, in their deep third or wherever, to then be able to peel off and make a play on the ball that, in theory, in a real life situation, right, is a great read, is a good scheme, but in the game, be able to make that play on a situation that, frankly, has been set up well. I don't know if you've run into issues like that. You probably have. I think we all have from time to time.
Yeah, we could talk about it. It's maybe the window isn't as open as what you imagine it is. Maybe it's and I'm not. I'm going to talk to you, but I'm not talking about you.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Maybe your timing isn't what you think it is. Knowing how, and we'll specifically stay in this deep thirds play, and knowing their responsibilities when you have zone drops on, when you have match on, is something you might need to be aware of. Are you running, we'll just say, a simple flood concept? Well, let me ask you this question. Are we running match, or are they running drops, or just regular zone?
We'll just say just drop. We won't say match.
Okay. So, and then I have to ask you one step further. Is drops actually set, or are they just playing standard cover 3?
We'll say just standard. We'll say just standard for the outside at least. We'll say just standard.
Gotcha. Because we'll just do a quick breakdown of it. That curl flat will act completely different if you're in drops or if you're in a standard cover 3. If you're standard cover 3, what you said, he's going to drop back first initially, and then he's going to rally down to the flat. So it's not a match principle, but it's almost a reaction principle. That's why if you see somebody in a curl flat, not zone dropped, and you have a flat late, sometimes you might see that dude jump down to that flat to take it away, or a pick six. Like, I've seen that happen before. Now, as far as you got the flood concept, no matter if it's just streak corner flat, or you got a crosser streak and then something occupying underneath, as far as that, it really depends where and when you're trying to hit them. This game, because the hashes are so far apart, most people aren't running short side concepts to be able to hit stuff. Like in Madden, you used to be able to like attack the sidelines heavily. Like, I'm throwing the ball, we're toe tapping, and we're getting 15, 20 yards. That used to be a Madden thing. And college football, not so much, because those hashes are wider. So what used to be your sideline throw, you're now throwing essentially in between the numbers and the hash, which gives that corner time to react to it, even if they're essentially should be occupied by the streak. Now, as far as the switch stick, I'm not going to say it shouldn't be there, because you'll get to the same logic on the opposite side. Is like, dudes will just stand flat-footed and let players cross their face when they should. So switch stick is just the answer to a bad coding, essentially. So it might be a timing thing. It might just be, when are you trying to hit that flood concept? Say same side, we got a bunch formation or a trips formation to the wide side of the field, and we just run off a streak corner flat. That corner shouldn't be open until it gets closer to the sideline. If you ran a deep crosser from the other side, that corner will be open as it's crossing that hash. But if you throw it as it gets close to the sideline, you're giving that deep third time to react to it, which would make it a more contested catch. So a lot of
Yeah, that
times,
tracks.
it's how you want the flood concept to work, and then at what time it needs to be open. Um, but it's frustrating, especially if you don't know the timing or it should be open. I know OG's really good at it. Um, just setting up just
Oregon as
standard
well.
zone, yeah, and then switch sticking, and then but you gotta sometimes, and I've only got one or two people with it because not everybody's switch sticking like that. Is you set that flood concept up on purpose. You let the flat get taken, and you let the crosser get open, and you watch him bite down to take away the crosser and throw the streak. Because he can't. Because the moment he takes that false step, even if he tries to recover, if that receiver is the same speed or faster, he's not going to get back there in time. And
that's what I thought too. Sorry to cut you off, but that last play happened exactly last game. What you're describing, I was like, oh, we got him. I thought like we got him in the cookie jar, and then he got back and picked it. I couldn't. I
right.
lost my mind. I couldn't believe it. But sorry, go ahead. You were spitting. Go ahead.
But and the other part of that is, y'all got to think this. It's not the NFL. The arm strength is a little lower, and if you throwing anything wide side, that's an extra 5 to 10 yards that you're asking 18, 19-year-old to throw. So, like not having the throw power and deep accuracy will bite you in the butt an awful lot.
Yeah, that's definitely facts. I've definitely made many a throw acting like I've got Peyton Manning in the pocket, and it's some 18-year-old. That's yeah.
And it's frustrating
At the same
because
time,
at this point you're just like, man, I created the concept to get open. He's open. Make the throw. Like,
facts.
you got one job. Make the throw when I tell you to throw it. And it's wildly frustrating when they don't. Like, dude's got to step on a streak and you underthrow it. Like, at this point, if you're not highballing every streak, unless the dude is 7-8 yards in front of him, you're probably wrong.
I was just talking to Froz about that. Honestly, even if he is 7 or 8,
still highball. Take your chance.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely can see that though. It's a real amalgamation of just circumstances in it. Which, I mean, frankly, I guess that is just the game of football in a sense. Sadly, as rough as it is at times for us on the sticks,
Yeah, just get a few combos. And things people used to say to me back in the day was like when I was trying to be competitive, like, get good at concepts, because concepts will travel throughout games. Formations will come and go, short a bunch, but concepts travel. So if you know how to beat a cover 3 for a touchdown, I've been running that same combo for 7-8 years now. It works every year because the way the coding works. You just know how to manipulate that deep third and that outside third. That comeback, that corner, comeback streak post. If you know how to stem them correctly, that's a touchdown. Zone drops or not. But do you know how to manipulate that? Do you know how to do that out of bunch? Do you know how to do that out of trips? Can you do that same side trips? So.
Yeah, no, dude's got to get in the lab. Yeah.
But what are you labbing? Like, that's the other thing. Like, you get in the lab and, like, you got to have a goal. Because I know people will just get in the lab and just run plays. Like, all right, I got the timing down on this, or I'm looking for something, but don't find it. Excuse me. But y'all got me out here on the soapbox talking about the game.
No, you good. You good. Dudes, that's for your take on, on something.
Yeah. Any other random game knowledge that you might think I don't know? And I'll try to explain.
None of that is you. I mean, really, it's because you do know is why dudes ask,
Oh no, not like he was coming at me. Just like something you might like. Man, why does it do that? Why is that random or is that something that normally happens? It's just.
Why does OG get pressure every time we play, no matter what I do? Tell me that. Or him and Ohio State just pressing everything and pinching their linebackers and really just not being able to exploit it. What's up with that? Give me the formula.
Again, I'm not talking to you, but it's gonna sound like I'm coming at you. Your offensive scheme isn't prepared for everything. Like if you're going to build an offensive scheme, you need to start with, can I beat man? Can I beat pressure? If you can't beat those things, your offensive scheme's not going to work. Point blank, period. Because by the time you get to those levels, the dudes are sending pressure. And if you can't beat man, then it's just going to be a long day in the office. Because if I could put the controller down and watch dudes just run 2-man under, it's going to be a long day. OG is more creative with his pressures. He does a lot of stunts too, but you just gotta kind of, I don't want to say study, but just know what's coming. Like he hasn't ran mint. Is it mint in this game? 3-3-5 mint.
Mm-hmm.
Like he hasn't ran that overload in like 2 or 3 seasons. So, because that used to be one of his go-to pressures, the what's it called? Show blitz, spread the line, crash down, contain, and that stand-up linebacker off the edge would come free if you didn't know how to pick it up. So that's just one of them. You got to know how to pick up stunts. You got to know if he's stunting off one or if he's stunting off two. If he's stunting off two, and you got the athletes, roll out. Is he running 3 or is he running 4? You got to think, if the linebackers are in the gap, what's weakest? Find out where his user is. Exploit the seams. He'll play underneath a lot and switch stick. And sometimes you'll have a basic concept get open and he'll switch stick it late. So it's just, you got to have a hot read. You got to have a hot read and you got to put him in conflict. If you have a hot read and you can put him in conflict, then you'll have a chance. Almost like a if this then that. Like if he doesn't cover my running back on the wheel, then I know he's gonna get under that yellow zone. If he covers the running back on the wheel, then I know the post will get behind the first level linebacker, but in front of the safety. If he switch sticks that late, is the streak on the backside open, or do I have to go back to my check down that's waiting in the flat? It's kind of just got to know, and you got to know what pressures are coming from what. You got to know, can he shoot the gap out of 3-2-6 by hovering over the DT? If somebody's running double mug, which I don't think many people are running double mug like that. If they take the linebacker opposite of the running back and then stand over the center, do you know that the other linebacker is going to come free if you run inside zone?
Nope. To answer your question, do I know any of that? Most of that? Not necessarily. Not how shit works in the game. No.
But
I
this is
don't have
just
the
like,
hours in, or I don't have that. I can't. And plus, if I'm on the road and I got to worry about the game's over. Like we
right,
will
and
never win.
that makes it even tougher. So that means you just have to know what kind of pressure can he send and where he's coming from, and then at the next time you like a lot of times he'll fake the pressure.
Yeah, that's
He'll
what
fake the
gets me a
pressure,
lot.
and it's just like, all right, cool. I finally got you to block 7, and now I got 3 routes. I'm good. He won. But you have to show him that you can beat it, or he's one gonna continue to send it, and then two, I would initially learn to run 4-man combos. Like if you learn a lot of 4-man route combos with your running back or your tight end blocking, a lot of that will give people trouble because they're like, man, my pressure's not getting in consistently. Well, most pressures are set up to only beat 5-man protections. So if you're like, oh man, I know this 4-man combo is gonna rock out, then I'm good 70-80% of the time. So it's just playing mind games, and then gotta figure stuff out, and then have your reads down. Like, don't try not to get greedy. Take the first thing that's open, and then once he adjusts, what's your counter? So he took that. He's manning up the running back, and that post route he's using now. What's your next go-to? You put a zig on the field, or you got something else underneath that post that needs to occupy where he just left? How many people is he sending? You send more than 3, all right, there's a gap somewhere. You send more than 4, there's a gap somewhere. Once you see that pressure coming, all right, cool. There has to be something else. Is it man? Can I hit it early? Or do I have a man beater that'll get open late? Does he have a speed advantage? Because then that crosser is never going to get open. Because he's going to
Goddamn right it ain't.
It's never going to get open, and it should. But because what's going to happen is it's going to get open on the cut. But because it's such a down the field route, if he has a speed advantage, by the time that ball gets there, he's able to undercut that. And now you're frustrated, and you're going to feel like the quarterback underthrew it. But realistically, the cornerback is just more athletic. A lot of routes people don't run, short cross, those torch, man. It's just, do people really?
Talking like a stem down cross.
No, oh my goodness, sorry. It's literally a short cross.
Just short cross, yeah. Yeah, hot route short cross.
Hot routed short cross.
Yeah.
Those torch man. If you have any kind of speed advantage, they will torch man. The problem is if you let them cross the field, they get to a weird spot, like 10, 12 yards down the field, where if somebody's zone dropping, they could pick up on it really easily. So you kind of got to hit it after they're initially open and then before they get to the sideline.
I do think that, even with those, kind of changes and reason you talked about, that is partially the thing as well that helps Ohio State as well, is that they do have the speed to kind of back up the pressure that they send,
Mm-hmm.
right? So even when you do set those protections right, or possibly set some stuff up to get open, it's not getting open when it should, like you kind of talked about previously, because he does have the speed to hang with guys and kind of make up for maybe a lapse on his end. It's tough. I mean, obviously, like that's,
it is.
Again, partially it's football. A little bit of it is the game mechanics, to where hey, this pressing every time work, even if a guy doesn't have press pro and is still very fast. No, it shouldn't, because that's not how football is played. But we play a video game at the end of the day, I guess. But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, playing him is really tough because he takes the concept that speed is king, and it's shown to proving him right. Like, his linebackers might suck, but if they're 95 speed, they can suck all they want until you're like, oh, I can't outrun him. Like, I watched him play somebody yesterday, And they were like, all right, if I block this and then put my man, I think he was playing FSU. He said, if I put my running back on a wheel, he should beat him late. And immediately I said, he won't beat him because his running back isn't faster than that linebacker. Because by the time you thought it would get open, the athleticism will take back over. And it was like a 30, 40-yard pass in the end zone, and he knocked it away because the linebacker was fast enough to keep up with the running back.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I was just about to bring that up actually too. You know, in terms of like, all right, maybe you can't pass as well. Maybe you have to keep him honest. Try to run the ball a little bit more effectively. You know, a lot of times you say that gap does open up. It's getting filled pretty fast with how fast their linebackers are. You know, some of the a lot of the upper echelon teams, not all, but you know, a lot of the good ones are supporting linebackers with 95 speed plus, right? So, you know, runs that could or should be, you know, long runs really aren't. You know, and that's kudos to them just in terms of team development. But it's I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah,
it's valid.
rough.
But everybody plays that 95 speed team differently. So like if you're playing Ohio State, a lot of man blitzing. So what you think might not be an open gap early might turn into a big play late. But sometimes you just have to trust it. And like you said, you might not always be able to get to the edge. But if he's man blitzing, they're programmed to shoot that gap and that gap only. But if he's man blitzing, that means there's no help behind it if you can get past that first wave of defenders. So again, it's a scary look. It's not fun, but like you can pop one off, and then now he's kind of on the back foot. And then tight ends on the line of scrimmage always cook everybody if you got enough speed. Tight end corners, people don't run a lot of them, but trail routes still cook. Slants from the tight end still cook. Running back post, like switch it up. Don't always run the angle. The angle is okay as long as there's not somebody standing there. But if you have a decent running back with okay route running, that post will cook a linebacker. And that's like a 15, 20-yard gain. And it's an awkward spot for somebody to stand if they're not expecting it.
Charles, you just played Zev not too long ago. Do you think you know, he's got his very fast mobile QB. Dude will definitely, you know, utilize that. He plays OG in a couple weeks in the season. Do you think kind of how his QB is? You think that dude can be a game breaker in that game and kind of give him fits in that way? I know this is kind of weeks out, but just based on some of the folks that we kind of mentioned and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a way to get away from some pressure. If your quarterback can just outrun a lot of stuff, that'll help him. Can he do it without getting worn and torn? You know, all fucked up? I don't know. I don't know if he can, but I don't even know why I was trying to contain, because I know it doesn't work. But you know, in my mind, I've been containing for 20 years of playing the game, and you would hope that it works, but it just doesn't. It don't really do what you need to do.
Gotta try something.
So what?
You gotta try something.
Yeah, I mean, you figure it, you know, maybe we'll actually contain, but nah. So, do I think will the running quarterback help him? Yeah, I mean, I would love to have that aspect. It's a tough matchup though, man. OG, like we said, it's very tough to beat the way he plays his team, and like he's pretty level-headed for the most part. You don't really play on tilt too much. Sometimes you can low-key get him on tilt, but it's just very rare. But occasionally I've seen where it's like, this don't look like OG. It's not much. But like that first half, this is a while ago now, but the grind championship he played against Virginia Tech, first half, dudes are like, what's wrong with OG? He got no music playing. He looked just way out of it. He sat up in his chair and, you know, came back and won.
Yeah, he turned on that Dipset, got active.
Yeah, you know, he's always playing the slow jams, so that, you know, he turned them on and just started going crazy. I don't have a problem with that. OG locks me up is cool, but you know, I don't like Ohio State locking me up. That bothers me.
Why? That's
Because
funny.
I feel like he's just running. He's just trying to do what OG does, and that shit works, and I don't like it.
They don't play.
I don't like it at all.
They don't play the same at all.
You watch Ohio State play defense recently?
Yeah.
Straight out of the OG book of just trying to just press and pinch.
He is Ohio
Now, does he
State.
do it anywhere close?
I play him
No.
every year.
Have you played it this? You haven't played it this year yet, though.
No, but again, no, it's his. I think they play completely different.
I don't think so. I
OG
think that's
OG
little bro.
doesn't run nearly as much man.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
But OG does press and pinch a lot. Every play, pretty much.
Who is what?
But where do you think Ohio State got that from?
What? Who is riding? I'm just explaining. No, I don't think they play similar. Because believe it or not, I'm 1-8, 1-9. I'm probably like 1-15. I don't know against Ohio State this year between both leagues, and it's just I have more trouble with him than I do with OG by far.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's a matchup game, but yeah, I hear you.
I don't think they play similar, but that's just from my perspective.
Terrell, I would agree. Just in terms of like play calls ran, I suppose I get the pressing and pinching and everything, but in terms of the actual play calling, a little different. At least on defense, like my game against him came out in man basically every play, press us into the dirt. You know, we have good receivers and everything, but things were just locked, slant.
What?
Slant, go, drag,
What are you
just
talking about, man?
Bag is out of pocket.
Bag
Bag is
yeah,
out
you
of
gotta
pocket.
do whatever you gotta do, man. Go get a lift in or whatever you got going on. Bro.
Bag is
Damn.
out of
dude's rough.
pocket.
Yeah, that dude's rough. But yeah, no, it was a real no answers game. Just of I don't know if it was again how he formulated his team. What is it, jammer, gold jammer across the board, just fucking us up basically, making things tough. On the low, cheese team's got a file on that dude. You know, he's not gonna keep getting away with this, man. You need him changing things up a little bit. Hey, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. But nah,
Come on now. Let's talk about it. We got a member of the cheese team here. Let's talk about it. Why is that something we would need a cheese team for?
Is at a certain point, maybe it's just me. Maybe I feel a certain type of way because of how my game went. But running that exclusively in that fashion and seeing how things worked out in situations that should have been successful, right? It begs the question. Nothing's been done right now, but again, it's something that should be at least thought about or talked about. But again, nothing's been done because that kind of goes back to how his team's formulated. Is my issue with him, or is it with the coding of the game, right? I don't know. I guess that's what Cheese Team is here to protect, but I don't know if that makes sense.
As frustrating as it might be, it's no different than somebody getting physical receivers, run blocking tight ends, and raw strength linemen and saying, I'm going to run the ball until you can stop it.
I'd agree. I would agree.
So it's like, trust me, I know, because that at one point in time, that was the meta back in Ultimate Team. It was bench press and one step ahead. And if you ain't have the answers, it was a long day. And when I tell you it was some of the most frustrating times, it was like, bro, I'm not playing this every game. Because it was that mid blitz, and all they would have to do is a zone drop and a random curl flat or cloud fat on the side to make up when they initially got beat. and then it would just be like, all right, cool. Now my pass rush is gonna get there. So I've seen it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That's why obviously nothing's really been said or done like that. But again, it is frustrating, and also, guys have built their teams a certain way to kind of breed wins and success. So, you can only hate on that so much.
Let's talk about this even more. Why isn't there a file on OG?
Who said there wasn't? Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, I'm just playing.
So
Whoa. Okay.
not too many folks have come to Cheese Team about it. I'm definitely willing to listen. I'd like to hear how how y'all feel, or maybe just I haven't necessarily experienced it because I haven't played OG as much. But like, how do y'all feel about it?
I don't think he cheeses at all, personally. I don't think cheese team stuff. It's not really how I would say about his play style. I just think he does for sure, and he admits to it, is use YouTube. But a lot of dudes in the league do that. So I mean, or YouTube, Reddit, or whatever. But he's probably the best at doing that. So I mean, are we really criticizing him for putting the extra work in? I can't. Me personally, that's not how I find enjoyment in just being an ass on my own. So that's what I do. But
damn, that's different.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna be an ass, I'm just gonna be me being it. Let's like if I'm nice, it's gonna be me. Like both sides of that coin. I do bag work, straight out of Reddit.com, whatever Reddit is. Is it even .com? I don't know, but I'm not on there, so everything is out of Reddit or Huddle GG or whatever it may be.
Y'all need to put him on a list too.
He should be, but he's a commissioner, bro.
Y'all complain about not. The crazy part is, and I'm taking shots at him just because he's not here. He the first person to complain about Hike and Haul, but he Hike and Haul a lot. Now listen, his Hike and Haul is different. I will give him that. He is kind of football-ish concept. He's doing it to just change, to get out the pocket. He's not always doing it to run past the line of scrimmage. But if you watch his games, it's I say 30-40% of the time he's out of the pocket. Just because. So but nobody wants to talk about that because he's not scrambling.
I got my notepad out.
They said he heavily playmakers too after just whining and complaining about playmaker for months and months. But when he played me, he definitely had that playmaker going. So I don't know. Maybe it was just against me. But
the premeditated rollout into a premeditated playmaker looks like a broken play. But if you're next level,
yeah.
You're saying he's just J. Ross more advanced. It's like J. Ross with like a master's degree. That's what you're saying. Noticing. Hashtag noticing. Ain't that what they say? Hashtag noticing.
Just throwing it out there. You might want to look. It looks like it's a broken play, but if the rollout was premeditated, and then the playmaker was premeditated. That's just
I guess we got to look a little bit deeper at some of these.
Oh, dang! I was going to ask Auburn. Oh man, I was going to ask him a question. I thought he was going to talk, but
Adam in the chat. Adam in the chat.
Well, he just left. I don't know, but so I will add him. But
I got you. Oh, you got it.
Oh, no, you got it. I appreciate you. I was going to say, join. Yeah, come on. We can ask a question for you quick. It's more of a freestyle. It ain't really like a formal pod too. We just talking, man. Just talking. They can hop up here too. Anybody's welcome today.
Anybody could get it. Rated E.
Almost anybody.
Man, I gotta spell the word question right. Jesus Christ.
Question. We got one of those too. We need.
Typing too fast.
There was a time when Auburn though did have some. I wouldn't say. I'm trying to phrase it the right way.
He's formidable.
Yeah. Not that he's not now, but there was a time when dudes were putting some respect on his name.
Mm-hmm.
When he was kind of maybe newer to the league.
Why are they not putting respect on it now?
If you check the game of the week or any kind of chat, I don't know why they're not, but they're definitely not. They
that's
doing my
different.
got dirty recently.
I think a lot of that is just copy and paste. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you think that, but I don't know.
I could be mistaken. I think he's been busy a little bit these past few seasons, and then his team kind of fell off a little bit, which naturally kind of makes it a little tough in year 9, right?
Yeah, it does, because you have a bad recruiting season. It's 2 years before you can get back to relevancy realistically, because you got to spend that next year recruiting, and then that following year getting the points on those new recruits. So, yeah, one bad year make a long road ahead.
True. I will say, I also want to give a shout out. I don't know if y'all talked about it last pod. I listened to most of it, but I might have missed this part. But from the death penalty, Terrell, you kind of y'all are back in a good spot over there. So shout out you for that.
Listen, we at Michigan, we recruit high character individuals. We don't want them fair weather fan wagons that are just saying we want championship contenders. Nah, we want those dudes that are looking at facilities, looking at the conference. It's like, okay, I know there's good bump in that conference. Let me go over there. Y'all got good stadium atmosphere, good campuses. Like we out here building young men to be the best football players that they can be. We don't want them dudes that's trying to chase a bag just because the team went on a little win streak.
I hear it, man. Well, you turn them around. Well,
wait.
After
yeah, it was a minute.
But yeah. Yeah, you got them back for sure.
Bag, nobody's hating, and y'all do not run anything similar. You might run the ball 3-4 times a game. OG will be like, I'm about to run this rock 24 times with my contact seeker if you can't stop it. And that's the big difference. OG will run the ball and be like, can you stop it? And if you can't, God bless.
Shoot, I played Bag. Bag was playing 500 dead or alive football against me. We were just throwing it up.
For real?
Physical route runners just coming down with the football off 50-50. You know, hey, nothing we could do.
Listen,
so he's playing smoke and mirrors ball, huh? It's tough.
That's crazy. Don't understand the game? I was just about to give you a compliment. I said, you might be one of the better passers in the game. I put it this way.
Don't lie to him and say that. That's not true.
He on pure passing the ball, I'd give him the edge over OG.
Hey, you're entitled to definitely do that.
I'm talking straight dots only challenge. I'd probably give Bag the nod on that one.
I think pre-snap in terms of if he's in cover 3, they're in cover 2, they're in cover 4. What's going to be open? Sure, but reacting and diagnosing, I don't know about that. But if he sees you in 3, he's going to have a cover 3 beater for sure.
I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but word on the street was OG said he ain't learned how to read coverages all year.
Yeah, OG be lying though. It's the thing. You learn as you go. GG's big dog, and I just got smacked around. Lying. Hey, that's his go-to. That was a good game, but EA got you. Bro, I lost by 40, OG. I don't want to hear that. You can't trust him. I promise
EA got you. Lost by 40.
Yeah, he's so polite about it though. He do hit you with the big dogs. And then if he's really smacking you, I know y'all ain't never seen this one, but he'll hit you with the, hey man, EA messing with you. You ain't got to finish this.
Nah, he did.
God
Actually, he
damn.
did recently. He got me one of those. He said, if you want to go, I got another game. Oh, you got another game?
Yeah, you ain't
Oh,
got to
okay.
finish this, man.
All right, bro.
You ain't cheating. You ain't got to finish this. He'll hit you with
He
that.
said,
Like,
I don't need my stats. Is what he said to me, or something like that. He said, I
yeah,
don't care about the stats.
like,
Okay.
yeah. And he hit you with that in the third quarter. He not even upset. Man, you ain't got to
Yeah.
finish this. It's all right, man.
Nah, man, that's OG's funny dude.
How I got more
I'm
cheese
not
team
gonna-
write-ups than anybody?
Terrell, I got a question for you. I'm gonna take the Chucky Miami beef with me, right, and apply the bag. You know, why hasn't that dude gotten it done yet? For a dude that has had probably a top two team, and let me just say these 99 overalls, right? They are not created equal. These 99 overall teams are not created equal, right? Can they all compete? Absolutely, of course, right? But for a dude like Bag that has had probably a top 2 team for maybe half the life of the league, why, and a crazy one at that, why has that dude not been able to get it done? Maybe it's a question for him. Maybe he should come on and defend. I don't know if he's listening or not, but for how crazy that dude's team is, that's all I can say.
It's tough. That's all I got. It's tough. He's there though, quite often. Like 50% of the time. Conference championships, I think last year was his first year not making the playoffs. Made was 2? Has he made 2 championship games? 2 or 3. I know he made one in the grind. I know he made one here against Zev.
He lost 2 natties, possibly.
For sure.
Yeah.
He for sure. I specifically remember the Utah one, and then I remember the one against Zevi. I can't remember if he had another one. It's not like he's not there. It's just.
Yes, it is tough.
Yeah.
And I'll
Would
give
you
him a hard
comp
time. I
him
know.
to your Coach Cal?
I was about to say that.
Can't do that. Coach Cal won. It's a different class.
So he's just a major.
That's a different class, you know. Can I say he's the best player without one? Absolutely, by far. But I can't. It's like the Charles Barkley debate. He was great, but the moment you talk about anything involving a championship, it's like he kind of gotta sit down and wait his turn. But I believe in him. He could do it. You know, just the same way I was putting Notre Dame in S tier. Just kind of just be like that sometimes.
Yeah, and those tier 1, that tier 1 schedule is kind of tough.
For
It
sure.
is tough.
For sure. Who else? Oh, I thought he was rating something. Was he rating something? We're all crazy. And me having more cheese team write-ups than anybody is a little wild.
I don't know if you have J Roth beat. I don't think you do.
And realistically, I think the only thing outside of the one, the only thing people ever really complain about is like me running clock.
Yeah, no, he's kind of chatting a little bit. It was mostly just the one occurrence. I think.
No, I
think
definitely
Oregon had
got suspended for because it was against Arkansas. I was like, what, really? Because I was like, I didn't understand it. And you came on the pod and talked about it, but I was just like, all right, well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Auburn said he'll pop back in a few minutes. What is this big deal about Wade versus Harden?
I think folks are just talking over top three shooting guards of all time, or top five, and Wade to many is in that three spot, which is arguable. And then I think someone brought up Harden. I don't know. I don't remember who.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Wade's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Wade is up there. So can't really knock it. It's just
Yeah, I mean, Chad had the Baron of basketball kind of locking up all opinions, you know. Eh, Johnny on the spot.
I don't know, man. Frowls started it all with that Iggy debate, and I was just like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
What'd you say about about Iggy?
Him and Paul George, comparable careers. I think something like that. It's just like they weren't really. Oh, that finished. You got any hot takes about basketball you trying to get off?
Me? The only semi-warm one is that Wemby isn't gonna be the player at the end of it all. Wemby isn't gonna be the player that dudes fully think he's going to be based on his health. I don't know if that's that hot of a take, but you know, I think guys kind of oversell him a little bit. Is he extremely skilled? Yes. Is he a problem? Absolutely. But to try to compare him to LeBron this early or some of the greats this early, when I have go on.
People are comparing him to LeBron.
Uh, Not to LeBron, but I've heard stuff about him breaking the points record. Basically being up there in that top five conversation, right? And there's just a level of longevity that has to happen to even be considered in that, right? And I just don't think that he's going to get there. Skill wise, could he be as a problem? What he does on the court, maybe. But numbers wise, I don't know. How do y'all see it?
I'll let Frowls take this one. I think. If he's still there. I don't think we've ever seen somebody that tall stay healthy. Even with the increase or advance in medical stuff, I don't think the human body is meant to just be that big.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like wear and tear is something that he'll have to deal with. That somebody 6'6" or even 6'8" might not have to deal with. A lot of big dudes get foot injuries, just nature of the game. I think realistically, Shaq might have had one of the better careers for somebody that was that size. And he was even took a sharp turn a year or two after he got to Miami. Just because they said he didn't really take care of his weight like that. So I think his height plays a big part of it, but as far as just being up there, yeah, he can have an impact on the game in ways we might not have seen before. But to justify him this early as being one of the greats, we still got some time. Same thing with Shea. Shea's a little closer, but the fact that they're throwing him up there with MJ and Kobe in such a short order, man, I don't know about that.
Can y'all hear me again?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yep, yeah.
That's the answer before, but yeah, I mean, I heard the end part of your answer, and I was going to say something similar. Health wise, probably not, but I mean, he's probably already the best defender in the league, like pretty comfortably. I mean, he's up there. He's
Okay.
only going to get.
Can we pause there? When we
Sure.
say defender, what are we talking? Because if you tell me somebody is a great defender, I'm thinking I could put you on the ball and you could lock some stuff up. Not just he alters shots because he's tall. You know?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, like perimeter defender only, no, but impact wise, like rim protection and shot changing. He also can switch on smaller guards, make it a little bit more difficult than someone else's size might. Like he's very athletic for his size. I think overall impact, yeah, I mean, I think he'll probably win if he's healthy 5 or 6 defensive player of the years at least.
Damn, man, what you gotta do to talk in this thing? Hey, what's going on, fellas? I ain't mean to interrupt.
No,
I was
you
just
good.
hopping.
There we go.
What's up, man?
A pleasure to be on here with y'all. I'm listening for a minute.
Yes, sir, man. Welcome.
Yeah. What's happening, man? What's going on?
Not much. Glad to have
Another
you.
Friday night, man.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, I heard the one part of the question about as far as what happened with Auburn. So yeah, the team, he hit the nail on the head with that one. The running back situation, yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from that, just to throw that out there. So that whole 23 running back roster thing kind of set me back big time. So I think UGA hit on that.
Dang, 20.
Wait, what?
Well, I missed that. Yeah, what happened with that?
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me good?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah,
We hear
yeah. What happened now with it?
Remember, I didn't quite understand the recruiting, so I was going after teams, players with interest. So I had all these running backs on my team, and I didn't have no linemen. Remember when Bag kept on?
Oh,
He
you
kept
had
on getting that. Yeah,
Oh,
like it was a
punter at
running
left guard or
gag.
something.
Yeah, it was a whole running gag. It was like running back you, literally, because it was all I had. I mean, I didn't have nothing. I was the running backs on the roster. So, yeah, and then things, like I said, this thing got busy, but I'm not one of them people getting in the chat, like, making excuses. I mean, you lose, whatever, but I still show up and play my games. I still try to be competitive. But yeah, it's definitely a huge fall off. But that roster thing set me back. So, and some of the games they ain't got nothing to do with the roster, just not locked in. So it is what it is, man. I'm still happy to be a part of the league. I'm happy to engage when I can in the chat. So.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. You feel like you got recruiting down for next year, like heading into next year?
Absolutely. Yeah, the recruiting got way better after that because you can't really take the heat that I took for the not having no linemen, and not be able to come in there and learn and figure everything out. But it was just me. I didn't understand exactly that you can send like the people that had no offers but weren't interested. I didn't really, that aspect of it, I didn't quite know that I could still grab those guys. So I was just going after people who was interested, but everybody who was interested was mostly running back. So
Makes sense. How do you feel about the tier system that the Bag has? Like, you rock with it, or you think it could use some improvement?
I mean, I'm sure everything can need, you could tweak it a little bit, but I like it. I at first I think I was I had my opinion. I've been in the chat. And I remember saying, like, what is this? Like, like what are we doing? But I mean, once I understood it, it was like, all right, well, I guess, it makes sense, when you got a chance, you got every opportunity to play well and move up. So I I mean, it's cool. Like I said, everything could use tweaks. I haven't really studied it or understand it. I don't understand it to the point where I guess I can tell you exactly what can be tweaked. But yeah, I'm sure that use some tweaks. I think every year I end up with like 3 of the top dogs on my schedule. Whether I'm in the Pac-12 or not. I think like it's either Nebraska or LSU. Like the first 3 or it's usually some tough teams I'm playing, and then it usually gets light on the back end. I don't know if that's by design or just the way the system is, but I mean, that's one thing I noticed. It was kind of like, I guess it's just how it is. But as far as everything else, I mean, yeah, I think everybody got a fair chance. And I think the people at the bottom got a good chance to upgrade, get upgrades and whatnot. So do what they need to do, play, get your team together down there. And if you're not getting your team together down there, then it's probably a user thing. So.
Facts on that one. And I feel you on the playing those tough games early. I mean, at least from where we sit,
Yeah.
For some of the other ones, I'm sure they feel like they're getting some softball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get this, these easy couple of wins out the way real quick. But yeah, I mean, it's usually, if you can't get one of those guys that you get in early in tier 1 and tier 2, and unfortunately for me, I'm usually falling. I'm usually starting off with 0-3. Usually it's 0-3. Because it's usually, I don't know why, it's always the first 3 games. After that, it kind of, I get into Pac-12 play or what was it before? What were we in? ACC. Yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, it made sense once I understood it a little bit.
I don't know if you caught some of our conversation a little bit earlier. We were asking about loosely, but dudes using like YouTube, Reddit, or looking up stuff to play in the game. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was listening to you earlier, and you were actually like, I mean, you couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, that's also how I play. I don't know if it's just, I mean, I guess I'm sure if I could look up some stuff or I knew what the best resources were, to look something up, I guess I could find something. But I just kind of play, and if I stumble across something I like, I kind of lock it into the playbooks, in the memory bank, and I'll go back to it. But as far as Reddit, I mean, if that's what you do, I mean, since I ran my leagues, I've always been that guy, to be like, yeah, you YouTube, now it's Reddit, but a lot of before everybody's on YouTube or whatever. Now you got all kinds of different ways to get information to get better at the game, Chat GPT, whatever it is. But as far as how I feel about it, I mean, it's just basically like a cheat sheet, man. Ain't no different than me than putting the code in the GTA to beat the game or beating it straight up, You just kind of get it quicker, you're going to beat it quicker or get to certain things better than everybody else. I don't necessarily think that it makes anybody better, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I take that back. It definitely makes some guys better, but you still got to have the user skill behind it. You can have all of that information, but if you can't throw that pass right, if you don't got the timing down, if you don't, go in there and work on the stuff, then I mean, you could probably figure it out and get catch them slipping. But some guys, you could tell they got it down. Like OG, I was talking about him earlier. I think he's outstanding as far as this user. So whatever other information he has behind it, I think it just makes them even better. You, Prowls, I think you're another one. User-wise, I can tell, like user ability, the user should, I mean, you baited me so many times in the middle of the field. I don't even know why I still even try to throw it. I'll think you're going one way and then you come back, get a pick, and then just say, you can't do nothing but shake your head at the end. But some guys, like I said, the user ability is there. It's just, you could tell they just top, but you can tell the guys that got the user ability and they just know the game. They know all the features they use and all the tools that EA gives you, to play the game.
Facts.
I think I answered the question. It was a little long.
No, you did. You did for sure. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
We serve burgers without cheese and Debbie cakes every year.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna need you to get up out the Pac-12. I'm tired of sitting next to you at the coaches meeting every year.
Hey, man, I've been feeling the same way about you, man. We be having some tough battles, man. UGA as well with some close games. I know last time he was on my ass, and EA was on his ass about or whatever he said. And me and him went back and forth about it. It's all love, but We had some battles, man. I enjoy it. Whatever conference I'm in, I try to make the best of it, man. If it's a losing season towards the back end, I just try to ruin somebody else's season. It's really how I keep finishing my games. I typically don't quit in the third, even if I'm getting my ass kicked. We keeping the language to it. I didn't even repeat that.
Say
I just
whatever
kind
you
of
want, big dog.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
you good,
yeah.
You all grown.
Okay, yeah. I ain't know if it was the YouTube thing or what, but
I'm not
I know
trying to
you stream
monetize
it.
this. Nah.
No, cool. Works for me. That's even easier. But yeah, like, even when I'm getting beat down, it's like, man, I just finish it out. And, if they just say, hey, you should quit. And if I feel like, I got something to do, I'll leave. But yeah, man, I want to get out of there too, man. I thought I could make some noise. I know Bags brought it up a few times. I know he gives a lot of people a hard time, but I know he always kind of gives me a vote of confidence. It's always that backhanded type compliment, but
Listen, we've been trying to
he's
put
got
people
them
on
all
and nobody's
day, man.
listening.
Man, he's like Goro with the backhanded compliments. He's got a bunch of them just flying left and right, man. But it's cool, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to the pod. I think I've listened to every one. But I just be trying to make some noise, man. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all do a good job with that, man. I think I've said it before, especially early on. But I think y'all do a good job. It helps with league engagement. I think it has helped league interaction and just keeps y'all. I mean, like we said, with the year 9, year 10, still got help people active, like people coming in. So. Yeah, definitely big ups to that. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to play. Just trying to play, stay active, and I want to make some noise. But I think y'all pulled up my record against like ranked opponents before, and I like kind of covered my head, like, damn, like, bro, that should be bad.
It don't feel that way. Man. It don't feel like the game feel a lot closer. I know.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I got a chance to see the numbers myself, and I'm like, sheesh, even y'all were like, damn. I was like, damn. I was like, I might have to cut the pod. I might have to catch the next episode, but. It is what it is. I'm still playing, man. I'm still having fun. So,
gotcha.
I got one last question for you, if you got time.
Yeah. I got enough time for another.
Football question. What's up with the Bills this year, man? How you feeling about your squad?
Man, I think as always, since we had Josh, I think we're a playoff team. I think everybody else agrees with that. We're a playoff team. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of us getting over the hump. And it's as simple as that. If it's the Chiefs, last year it was like y'all don't have no excuses. Go out here and play ball. We still managed that. That game against the Broncos was tough because that before half, that Josh Allen doing that nutty. It was just a lot of stuff that just kills us. And then you got the Mahomes stuff with the overtime. But this year, I don't know. With Brady, I always knew the defense with McDermott was going to be solid. This year, I'm thinking the offense might take another step. I think some of the rookies we drafted, I think, they're contributors. I don't necessarily know if they all day one starters because we traded out of the first round. But I think we're going to do what we always do. I think we're going to kick some ass during the season. And it's just up to matter what we do in the playoffs and who we got to go against and basically whether we show up and play mistake-free, clean football. So answer your question, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win it.
Wow.
Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Okay. And look, if I eat crow, I'll eat it. You can line it up, put it on the plate, I'll eat it. But that's me every year. I was young for that 4th Super Bowl. It was still disappointing, but
I got.
I'm hoping we can get back to glory.
As far as, and this might be a 2-parter. As far as offensively, like last year, y'all were technically supposed to have a down year and retool, but y'all were able to do big things. First question would be what's going on with Keon Coleman? And did y'all get a mentor out there? Because he was supposed to be wide receiver 1 potential, and we're hearing he's showing up late for meetings, kind of giving up on routes. Josh Allen looking the other way, so.
And I know what you've been. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was it.
Yeah, no, I know you probably follow them closely because I know you like your Florida teams down there. I know you follow. You said you follow all of them.
Yeah.
As far as the college football, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I thought he'd be a number 1. I just think he's young and he's just not. I think a lot of these guys we don't necessarily we like, all right, yeah, they're pro ready, physically. They've done everything they need to do at the college level, but I think mentally, a lot of them are still kids. And I think with Keon Coleman, I think it's a similar thing. I just think he's not. Some of these guys aren't pro ready mentally, and I think that's what it was. And this is going to be the year. They all in. Brandon Beans, the GM, said he's like, look, we got trade talks, we got calls for him. We're not trading him. We said we're riding with him. We rocking out with Coleman. So it's this year. It's this year or nothing. If not, he's probably gonna be on another team bouncing around. But I think if he gets his mind right, I think he has the tools in the bag to. I don't know about being number one at least this year, but at least start to make that hit that corner. To try to make a difference on a team, even if it's not ours. But. Yeah, I'm hoping he steps up. They're giving up on route stuff out here. Heard about it too. Showing up late to meetings. And McDermott was like a no nonsense guy. He just doesn't. That's why Diggs got out of there. That's why when people said y'all don't want AJ Brown, I knew AJ Brown wouldn't come. Now I just wasn't sure that might change a little bit with McDermott leaving, but he's got to mature. To make a long story short, and I think if he does that, he locks in this year. He goes out there. He goes in early. He stays late. He shows up to everything like he's supposed to. I think he could be a solid player and a potential number one. We got more now, so I just know he's not going to be that guy this year.
Gotcha.
But I think he can. But yeah, that stuff was disappointing last year because I was hyped about Coleman, and I got a lot of slack because we traded with the Chiefs. I think that same year and let them get Hardman. A lot of people saying we should have got not Hardman. Who was the speech? Who was the fast? They got out of Texas.
Worthy?
Yeah, Worthy. Yeah, Xavier. Yep. I don't know why I said Miko. That was the other speed guy after Tyreek left. But yeah, everybody was saying we should have took him. We gave them to the conference rival or whatever. So again, long-winded answer, but I believe in Coleman. I like Coleman. I could be biased, but I think he's going to have a much better season. But we'll see.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, at the very least, hopefully he can fill that role as a guy that can go up and get it, Not necessarily a big body receiver, but a dude that can, play a little bit bigger. Like you said, you got DJ Moore there, you can fill that one.
Right.
Khalil Shakir always, that's my dog. Actually, both those dudes, my dogs. I fuck with both those dudes very much in the league, as Frows can attest.
Okay.
So hopefully, I'll see y'all do well for sure.
Yeah, definitely Shakir, man. That dude, man, like the hands are crazy. Like I don't think I've seen him drop too many passes, and he plays that slot position extremely well for us. But he's definitely a good reliable target. The tight ends are low-key been this. Not to get off topic from Coleman, but like, I just like Dawson Knox. I don't know. Like I feel like we should have done a little better there too. But definitely,
bro.
What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say with your tight ends, I was shocked when y'all took Kincaid because I thought Dawson Knox, like eye test wise, like Knox is about to be a dog. Like this is.
I was too.
Got Kincaid.
I don't know, man. I was like, maybe we changing personnel a little bit, and then Knox are usually hurt. They're not even usually on this field at the same time. So I don't know what the plan was for him, but I just thought I was going to definitely get more out of Dalton Kincaid, at least, especially with Knox. I think we gave him an extension and then we drafted Kincaid, if I'm not mistaken. But got some young guys on there. I'm waiting to, have some breakout seasons still, but I think Coleman will be good. So we'll see. We got James, though. James good. We got the other pieces in place. So see how the defense looks. Man.
Gotcha. I do have a little off-topic question. Are you a Mortal Kombat fan? I heard you sneak in that Goro reference in there real soon.
I mean, who is it? I mean, anybody played games, I think, in the 90s. I mean, we all, if it was Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, you could say I am. I'm probably not some diehard. I don't know if it's some lore you about to throw at me. I don't know.
No, I was just asking. Goro's not necessarily like a big name, so for you to be able to throw that one out there off the cuff was kind of nice.
When I thought about the backhanded, and bag and how he is, it's like, bro, you got to have more than one hand the way he hands them joints out.
Oh,
you got one arm, more than two arms because they be flowing, but he does it in a fun way. To me, if you're sensitive, you probably sit there listening to it all.
Oh yeah,
pissed
yeah.
off,
You would.
unheard about it. But I'm not really one of them type of dudes. I take everything in stride. So I try to carry it that way in the league as well when I'm listening to the pod. But yeah, that's all that was. It was just a reference that came to my head
Gotcha.
when I thought about his backhanded compliments. But I'm glad it hit the target.
Okay. Before we let you go, hopefully we're not keeping you too long. If you are, just
No, you good. I'm definitely about to run after, whenever we all done. But shoot whatever question you got. I ain't that much of a rush.
Bag was talking about the difference in him and Frau's schedule and whatnot. He wants to know about making the playoffs 3 times in 8 years and having a losing top 25 record with a top 5 team in the game is better than somebody with, we'll say, high 70s, low 80s win percentage, but with no championship. How would you feel about that? Would you rather have a record that's, we'll just say, 73 and 30 versus 80, 83 and 19 or 20, but that 70 win team got a ring? How would you feel about that? Which resume are you taking?
The wins over the mixed bag, I guess, is what you're saying, with some hardware type deal.
Yeah, exactly what that is.
I'm gonna take the hardware, man. I guess I'll take the hardware, but I'll take the championships with it. But I don't know. That's kind of I think I'm somewhere in the middle there, because you got to win to be in that position still, right? You just got more losses than the other guy, I guess, is what you're saying. Maybe I'm not clear on the entire scenario as far as the two sides with you.
All right, because he about to kill me for this. So let me just hop on the game real quick and do it correctly, because he 3 playoff appearances in 8 years.
3 playoff appearances in 8 years. So you fell off, or you just on the back end got good. But usually we're talking about somebody falling off in this situation, I'm guessing, or just being scattered.
Yeah, I think more so that. Yeah, scattered.
Okay. What are we talking about? I feel like I'm walking right into a trap.
It's Clemson and
LSU. This is great. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh man.
So
who has? So which one is Clemson? Which one is LSU? I'm not even. I know everybody gives LSU. I know everybody gives Bag the hard time for not getting the championships or whatever, but he gets all the wins. So you're saying, I guess he's arguing in his own case, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that kind of thing puts things in perspective a little more. Yeah, I don't think, because so you talking to a Bills fan too, you gotta remember that. Because we went to 4 and didn't win a damn thing. So he's kind of like the Bills of the league. I think y'all brought that up though, kind of, because he's like, how many championships has he been to? He's been to quite a bit. Or
he said he's 4 Final Fours.
Okay. And he's been in a natty too, right?
Yeah, he's been in a natty too. I think
one natty.
So
yeah. You're also talking to me as Auburn is the coach of Auburn, and I don't have either one. I'm not even close to either one. So I'll take either one from my position, honestly. But I'm definitely going to probably roll with the ring. Maybe I've had some real bad consecutive seasons, so I can live with that. And the rest of them been pretty mid. So if I can take one where I'm even in the playoffs, I don't think I've made the playoffs outside the early. I think I made like the first or second year or something. Probably snuck in, but
all right, let me
got eliminated.
Yeah, you all right with me, dog?
for clarification,
he said, "Man, they ain't gonna be on my ass now. He's already on my ass."
Yeah. For clarification, let me go ahead and clear it off. Bag is 90 and 35 with a .70 or 72 win percentage. 8 and 6 in the playoffs, 1 conference championships. He's had 4 Final Fours. 40 and 31 versus the top 25, 10 and 6 in bowl games. and the one conference championship, and he's never been outside of tier one.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, ass nigga.
Off the
Got
top rope, but let me go to Clemson. So the only thing missing
Okay.
from Bag's resume was a championship. Clemson is 74-45, 29-33 versus the top 25, 7 winning seasons. He's 7-2 in the playoffs. So when he gets there, he's successful. 1 national championships and no conference championships.
You said 7?
Set what?
Would you? How many conference championships?
None.
Yeah,
you
none,
said
none of
none.
those. None of
Okay.
those.
I don't know what I
7
heard.
winning
Okay.
seasons. Sorry, Bag has 8 winning seasons. He
7
has
winning
7 winning
seasons.
seasons. So
Okay.
and then 1 championship. But Bag wants me to emphasize that the ring was a sim. There was extenuating circumstances. But
I got my
Clemson,
opinions on that too, but I don't know if we even got time for that. But I kept
Look,
hearing that,
speak
and I
on
just
it.
thought it was like
Speak on it.
the ring. Did you ask for that, Sim? I didn't get why
No,
he didn't
he
just
didn't.
let you
Okay.
play him.
Let me
Okay, I'm
catch you
glad we
five.
played
Man,
him.
I got you.
Every
Man, I
time
knew
I
I rock with Auburn, man.
I'm not
anytime,
gonna
Anytime
let him.
you wanna come
Let him
back,
fry you,
no,
man.
real shit. This is real shit though. Real shit. I'm like, every time I got brought up, I'm like, yeah, but did he like ask for that? Like, hell no, I'm
No,
not
so
playing him.
he
Like
did
the cheater,
ask.
or
He did
because it just
ask,
seemed
but
like it got simmed. And then
he actually asked
go
to
ahead.
play
I
Tennessee.
bet.
He begged to
Okay.
play him, and he's like, "Well,"
Okay.
because he asked multiple times, like, "Yo, let me play him." I don't want to sim it, but he said, "Let me play him," and then Bag was like, "Nah, we got to get him out of here." So he simmed it and got the force win.
Yeah,
But
you should have let. Yeah.
but he definitely
Let
did
him play.
ask. He's like, "Let me play him before you kick him, whether I win or lose." He definitely asked. So it's not like
because I saw this coming, bro. I knew.
Yeah,
As
'cause
soon
we
as
had
he seen that
talked
game,
about
I was
it.
like,
We
they're
talked
never
about
ever
he
gonna
was
give me
gonna
my
get-
credit. I knew it.
So he asked to play the game. So it's like
Yeah, that was I had that question every time it came up. It wasn't like something
Nah.
that just sat on my mind, but it kind of kept every time it was like the bubble ring thing came up. I was like, well, did he ask for that shit? Or was it
No,
like,
he
did
did-
you?
he
I
didn't ask.
kept
He
saying they
asked to
should have let
play.
him play it out. You know, if he beat him and then he was like, all right, cheater and got rid of him afterwards, fine. But it's like, it just seemed like you
wow.
built all the way up. You got through the playoffs. You got there. Let him take a crack at the cheater. You know, if that's the case. And if he beats the cheater, then boom. Like, then it goes from a bubble ring to damn, like this mother beat the cheater. But
Oregon
it was like,
is on his neck.
Man.
but
you seen that in the chat?
Yeah.
Wow, Oregon is
Hang the
custom
banner.
gift. Wow.
Oh, he coming from me?
No.
Oh, 'cause I was like, I
For
barely
LSU.
even talked to Oregon.
LSU.
Okay,
No.
all right. Yeah. So he's on LSU about the. Yeah. What about the whole what we talking about now with the whole Tennessee thing?
No, not the Tennessee,
Yeah.
but it's just like as successful as he is without a ring.
Oh, okay. I did kind of jump, because I had I did have a question about that for a while that I never really got into, but yeah, I wanted to know that. I'm glad I was able to get that answer, because I was like, if he didn't get a chance to play him, I don't get why he was taking so much heat for it. But if you were just like, nah, I'm not playing this shit, just give me my ring, like, then it's like, all right, well, man. Okay.
LSU feels like the whole run was kind of.
But you can't.
Yeah.
I hear that. If I had played like just not bums, but no dudes who don't have a resume, I can see it. I played Zevi. We all know Zevi certified, and I played Notre Dame in the 2 games before that. Like I just can't.
Yeah, I remember the run.
Come on, dog. Come on.
It wasn't like he was
It's not
a gimme.
me. You argue with a dude that's not on the pod.
No. I'm not arguing with either of y'all. I'm glad that somebody sees it my way. It's professional.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even know that was your. I didn't know. I'm knowing now that I got the pieces filled in, but I didn't know. So I was like, damn. I was like, they giving this man a hard time. It was one Saturday. I was like at the museum with the family. Y'all like having a whole heated discussion. I was like, hey, when the pod going to drop? I was like, damn, the pod ain't dropped that week or something like the next day. But y'all like going at it about the bubble ring and all that. But it just didn't seem like it should have been that big of a deal, because like I said, if he just let him play it out and then carried out the, whatever the punishment was, which was clearly removing him, then that I would have been fine with that. But the sim before, but that's just my opinion,
Yeah. So
on it. So
yeah,
I guess we in agreement there with
that was
Hey,
that.
Terrell,
Whole,
that was a great question by you, man, and fantastic answer. I appreciate both of you.
yeah,
Real ones.
I had to
man.
set it up. I didn't want it to feel like I was trying to set you up to get ran over by the bus or something. But it's just like,
Yeah, no, you did kind of walk me into the whole comparison thing. I still don't even really want to dig. I just kind of want to like slide out of the pod now, off of that.
no. We can't dump no smoke on here.
I got a game in 15 minutes. I'm like, look, I gotta get no,
Yeah.
but no. Honestly, I'm most of the time, I'm gonna take the. I mean, if both are winning, but one has a championship, like why wouldn't I take the winning in the championship? It just seems like we've seen these debates with players and teams over years. Like this team is great, but this team didn't get this, but this coach was able to get these championships, but he doesn't, have this. And it's just like, well, one has this, it's the pros and cons. It's really left up in the air for you to decide, So in this situation, I didn't notice. I wasn't even thinking of who was being compared here or with the choice, who until afterwards. But I mean, I'm gonna take the ring. I'm gonna take the ring in the wins, opposed to just having a better, the resume looking better with no win. I mean, no championships. So again, that's just my opinion. So I don't know.
Gotcha. So yeah, well, we appreciate you. We're gonna let you ride out, man. Thank you.
Man.
Thank you for hopping on here.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Hopefully it's not too long if I can get back on here. If y'all doing, another town hall type joint. This sound like open mic type shit.
Yeah, listen. Come summertime, hopefully I'll have a few more 4 days, and then we will probably. I don't know. I haven't told them, but we probably gonna ramp up the media stuff closer to 27. My kids will be with the grandparents, so I'll be able to get some more content out, get some of these coach interviews done, and just talk ball. Finesse, I know y'all are always willing to come on if y'all got the time, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be listening. I'm always listening, just to let you know. So whatever y'all say about me, just know I heard it. Don't even question it. But yeah, y'all keep it up, man. Keep the league going. Everybody that's listening, stay active, keep playing, get ready for 27. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all fellas, have a good evening. I'll holler at y'all.
You too.
Be easy, bro.
All right.
A great appearance, man.
That
appearance
was
from Auburn.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Man, can't ask for anything more. That was great.
So it's tough. I know Bag has stuff to do, but man, Georgia, I appreciate you hopping on, man. I know it was last minute, but thanks for just hopping on and talking ball. It was great having you. Got to do it again.
Yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Anytime. Always love chatting with y'all fellas, man.
Wait, before you go, what does FN stand for?
Fuck nigga, bro. Lame ass nigga, bro. Dumbass dude, bro.
I thought you were gonna say field nurse or something this time.
Nah, bro. Dude. Also, in addition to being just a lame ass nigga, dude got the worst memory in the entire league, bro. I'm telling you, y'all gotta please take this into account on all future pods. When that dude goes, I remember. No, bro, he's capping, bro. That dude doesn't remember nothing, bro. You got the worst memory in the league, man. But nah. I'll catch y'all though, man. Be.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Frowns, man. I don't know if we're gonna get an official one this week, but missed you last week. Appreciate you rolling this week, man. This was a pleasure.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. I'm moving next week, so it's going to look a little. We'll see.
Hectic.
I don't know how it's going to look.
Man. Just let us know.
Yeah.
See if we can work something out. Okay, now we clowning, dudes. Now we clowning, folks. Okay, but yeah. Next week probably gonna try to just hit some different storylines, not necessarily. The game is a game, so.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It was kind of cool.
Now I kind of like. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off, but I was gonna say probably what you were gonna say, but it was cool to get like a different kind of vibe. Just talk some ball to see what dudes are talking about. It's always good. It's always good.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll let you.
Also, this in the chat. This is 24/7 outside of the chat, outside of the Discord. This
really?
never stops. Yeah, okay. This is constant. So you get a piece of it, but this is every day.
This is gold, man.
Yeah.
All right.